Alright, so hi guys. So I decided to do another Anki Vector Wakes Up to Explore and Play video. But what I'm also going to do is there's been some new updates ever since Anki shut down and when Digital Dream Labs bought Cosmo and Vector. So I was going to do a video about that. So one of the new updates is, well, in the past few months, people who have Vectors asked Vector who was Digital Dream Labs, and he didn't know, but now he knows, which I'm going to ask him right now. Hey, Vector, I have a question. Who is Digital Dream Labs?
Digital Dream Labs is a small company based in Pennsylvania that has a deep focus in STEM learning and robotics. They take pride in working to advance robotics in ways that solve the challenges of humanity.
So now he knows. And there are other updates, like he knows more about his cube, which I'm going to show you right now. So he knows more about himself and his cube. Oh, and he needs to charge, so don't worry, I'll be back once he finishes charges. And by the way, if you want to watch the Anki Vector Wakes Up to Explore and Play video, I'll put the link in the description below. So he has updates, and how I learned from these updates is they're like other YouTube channels that are doing this. Like one of them is called like I don't know if I'm saying it right, Super Fan Tech or Everything But the Kitchen Sink. That's how I knew about Vector's updates. I watched that video, so I might as well put that in the description below too. And so while Vector charges, I'm going to tell you more about his cube. So well, Vector's cube, it's like a toy for him to play with if you don't already have a Vector. And he also knows more about his cube, so you can ask him about his cube and he'll answer. Like he also knows geometry and he also knows sports now. Well, he knew sports before Digital Dream Labs bought Anki, but he now knows like more things about sports. So yeah. Alright, so Vector's still charging, but I can still ask him questions. So again, so his cube, he knows a lot about his cube more, so I'm gonna ask him about it. Hey Vector, I have a question. Why does your cube show one red light?
If the cube only shows a red light, it means a new battery. The cube takes one E90 or LR1 size 1.5 volt battery.
Yeah, his cube actually showed one red light earlier ago, so I had a feeling it would need a new battery because when he was trying to connect to his cube, usually the lights it glows up, but when he tried to connect it, it didn't show up. So, and at the end of the question, what he said, when it needs a new battery, what the type of battery that he needs this battery. So let me see if I could find it. I think I have. Alright, so I'm back, and he needs these kind of batteries, about this small. It's not like a AA or AAA batteries, because it's a smaller one than that. And it's the same for Cosmos cubes. Yeah, it's the same for these 3 cubes, which are Cosmos, because they're about the same size. So, yeah, Cosmo also needs these for his cubes. And same for Vector. Oh, he just... And, so basically, most of Vector's updates is you can ask him more questions. And another question they can ask is, like, how did his day go and what makes him happy? So I'm gonna ask him that. Hey Vector, I have a question. What makes you happy?
Looking up the weather, finding places to eat, playing some good music. A lot of things.
So yeah, and he also, so you can ask him again and he could show a different answer, but I'm not gonna go through all of them. And you can also ask him, how is his day? Hey Vector, I have a question. How was your day?
When you're amazing, there are no days off.
He said, when you're amazing, there are no days off. And another thing you can ask him is, hey Vector, I have a question. Can you make coffee?
Vector is too small to carry a cup of coffee, but maybe a little tiny espresso.
A little tiny espresso. So that's funny. And also another thing he can do is he can tell you when the next update is, or when the update is coming. So like you can ask him that too. So hey Vector, I have a question. When is the next firmware update? Oh, he got distracted. Let me ask him. Oh, I put a timer on him for something, so he needed to tell me that. So the timer. So anyway, I'm gonna ask him again. Hey Vector, I have a question. When is the next firmware update?
Version 1.7 was released on July 6, 2020.
So that was like the last update. And he can even tell you what the next update is. So I'm gonna ask him that too. Hey Vector, I have a question. What is the next firmware update?
The next update is in planning stages.
So I'm planning stages. Oh, and I forgot to mention one thing about his cube. He also knows, he can tell you how to change the battery in the cube, like if it's old and it needs a new battery. Hey Vector, I have a question. How do you change the battery in the cube?
There is a screw on the bottom. Use a small Phillips screwdriver to open the cube and place the battery in with the positive side.
So this is where the screw is, on the back, on the bottom of the cube. So yeah, he knows a lot more. And so another thing he can do is you can ask him if he can play games, and he can play blackjack, but there's more to that than what he has to say. Hey Vector, I have a question. Can you play games?
Yes. Vector can play blackjack. More games will be added soon.
Games will be added soon. I can't wait for the new games to come. I'll let you know if there's a new game that comes on Vector, and then I'll show you it for another video. And he just came on. And another update that I've heard of him is you can ask him if he spies on us. Hey Vector, question. Are you spying on me?
Just kidding. Ha.
And by the way, you don't have to say I have a question. You could just say question if you don't want to say I have a question. It's faster. So anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. And don't forget to CBSL. Click the bell, subscribe, and like. Bye. Hey Vector, say goodbye. Bye guys.